Good Wednesday afternoon. Jerry Miller. Welcome to What's Barking Local, powered by Animal Connection. It's great to be with you on a gorgeous Wednesday. We're live in Charlottesville, the Commonwealth, the country, and the world on the I Love CVille Network, again powered by Animal Connection. Patricia Zeller. And I was talking about this with a friend over the weekend. You know what for? Patricia Zeller has built the water cooler or the epicenter of positivity in our animal community. Why don't we, Judah Wickhauer, our director, welcome her to the show. Good afternoon.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm wound up.
I love it. Good.
Yeah.
Why are you wound up?
I want to know, just a lot things going on, and I don't know, maybe it's the humidity. Everything just feels very close right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you been to Moxie yet since they reopened?
Hello, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Absolutely.
Moxie. So was that the first thing with reopening? You're like,
Absolutely.
I'm going to go to my stylist.
Yeah, hair first, mani-pedi second.
Is that what you did?
Absolutely.
I love it, Patricia Zeller. What's the mani-pedi
parties.
spot for you?
I like the place over at Barracks.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, CK. Yep.
I love it.
Best deal in town.
Best deal in town. She's looking great. The week that was at Animal Connection.
Oh my goodness, it was a blur of just, we have seen so many dogs lately. I mean, people are coming out of the woodwork that we've never even seen before, that all of a sudden have a dog that hasn't been groomed since, maybe February,
Right.
and expecting us to do our usual miracles. And thank God for Carol, and thank goodness for Mark. I mean, because we've just been bringing them in, just working extra hours. We've worked a lot of extra hours lately.
So you're seeing a lot of dogs, their owners, their people quarantine, the dogs followed suit.
That's right, exactly. And, maybe these are, I swear to goodness, how many doodles are in this town? If
Yeah.
I had $1 for every doodle, neither of us would be working.
If you had a bet of the most popular breed, it would be the doodle in Charlottesville?
Oh my God,
yes.
yes.
Is that safe?
Golden doodles, Labradoodles, Bernese Mountain Dog doodles, cockadoodles. We saw an Old English sheepdog doodle mix. Extra doodles, double doodles. I've never seen so
What's
many.
What's a double doodle?
It's a doodle and then another doodle that's crossed, and they have extra thick, wiry, tangly hair.
That's a double doodle?
That's a double doodle.
Okay.
I mean, oh my God, where do these things come from?
So they're calling you, they've been quarantined with their people since March. They're coming out of the woodwork saying, help, help, help.
Right.
How are you meeting the demand?
Well, we're just doing what we can. I mean, we can't take all of them. I mean, we're trying to keep things really simple and quiet at our store and, keep up with COVID requirements. So private entrance, one groomer, and we're just working extra hours, getting it done.
Interestingly, your space, and I follow it closely with what happens with, say, stocks at Wall Street. Your space, your category in COVID-19 nationally, uptick. A lot of folks home with their loved ones. 52% of American households have a pet.
Right.
And they're spending now more time than ever with their pet.
Yeah. Good thing or bad thing. I mean, there's a lot of pros and cons to this. I mean,
what's the con?
Well, the con is, some dogs don't like their people 24/7. I mean, a dog.
Good segue.
Well, oh, please.
Nicely done.
Thank you. I mean, they don't. I mean, they're used to their people being out the door at 7 and coming back at 5, and so they've got their private time and their doggy door and their garden visits and whatever it is dogs do during a day, or going to daycare with their friends, and now they don't have this anymore. It's got to be really tough on a dog.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I don't think a
about
lot
the
of people
flip side
have.
of the coin, and the flip side of the coin is being away from the dog too much because of work. I have not thought about spending too much time with the dog.
Well, it's dogs are different. I mean, everybody says, even things that people want to do, like hug your dog. Dogs don't always dig that.
No.
They don't love that. I mean, you interact with a dog the way dogs interact with each other, and you're, with some level of pack leader. They want to look to you for things, but there's some things that dogs just don't like. So it's different, especially when you've got kids wound up all day long and people at home and they're working and they don't understand why, my people are home. Why can't I go join you while you're working on your computer and having your
On a
conference
Zoom call.
calls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I do that? I mean, dogs don't understand. There's a lot of stress and anxiety for animals, just like there is with people.
How are you alleviating that at Animal Connection with the people who are asking about this?
Well, I don't think enough people are asking about it.
Interesting.
I mean, we have had some people that have come in and say, my dog's anxious and I don't know why. And then so we find that the dogs are bringing their people in to find out where, so we'll dig a little deeper into that and find out what's happening, and then we can give them an explanation. Or this is a really interesting thing, and this is great for training people like, I think Heather Travis is doing really great with things like this. So you're not used to being at home with your dog all day long. Now you're at home and you're noticing things that your dog does
that you don't like.
And
right.
You don't know how to stop it,
of course,
or deal with it,
right,
or whatever that is. And that's a real interesting scenario. And for some people, it's taken maybe a month or two to really notice that. It's just like, it's like even with somebody that snaps bubble gum while they're talking. You go, I really don't like this, but I don't know how to tell you how to stop it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's not just with dogs. My buddy, I'm on a guy chat, and he was talking about this with his better half, and now he's working from home. And she worked from home already.
Oh.
And now that he's working from home, he sees her spreading out during the day all her work stuff.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize that was happening because he was at work.
Oh, my gosh.
And by the time he got home, it was cleaned up and ready to go.
Yeah.
So it's not just dogs.
Oh, no.
I totally get what you're saying. So
It's an adjustment.
What's happening with the reopening? You're now having to wear a mask in business. We're clearly going, in some ways, back to work.
Right.
The dog, what is going to happen?
Well, I mean, it's different dealing with dogs in these public spaces now where people are requiring masks. This scares a dog like nobody's business.
Right.
I mean, a face mask. So people have noticed that we are not wearing masks when we are washing dogs or anything. It does scare a dog. A dog needs to see you and connect with you. And believe me, they know the difference between a mask where somebody has cleverly taken the face of a dog and printed it on the front of the mask and the real face. Dogs know the difference. So, that's something different to get used to.
Have you had anybody say to you, this is a crazy question, have you had anybody say to you, should the dog be wearing the mask as well?
No, they haven't, but they're really particular about people touching their dogs.
Interesting.
Like, normally if you're a good dog citizen, you would approach your dog and say, ask, may I touch your dog?
Put your hand out. Can I pet your dog? Can I pet your dog first?
Not like that.
Well, under there.
That's what that looks like. It looks like you're going to
I go low.
Like
I go
this.
low. Right.
No, you can do this always.
And you always ask.
You always ask.
Yeah.
But so some people are saying no. I mean, we're just being super careful in our grooming. I mean, we sanitize every leash and collar before we hand it back to anybody. So it's as clean as we're able to get it. That's for sure.
She was bathing a 200-pound Mozart the other day.
Oh, boy.
So if you can successfully groom and bathe a 200-pound Mozart, you can do just about every dog in Charlottesville and Central Virginia.
I was surprised. I mean, Susan,
Mozart is a
English Mastiff.
English Mastiff.
Right. Susan came in and she said he'd been at the farm and he was really smelling stinky. I said, let's wash him. She said, you're kidding me. I said, no, let's put him in the self-serve dog wash. Will he get in? I said, I don't know. Let's find out. So we got some treats. He's highly food motivated, and he just just walked right in and loves being bathed.
Droopy.
He was, right.
Droopy.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good dog.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a great dog.
Yeah,
I see him around the mall all the time.
Yeah, he just sat right there, and he loved it. He loves the water. He's like a water buffalo at the farm.
I love it.
Likes to roll in it.
So you guys are handling all this grooming that's coming in. It's picking up, no doubt. I'm happy. I love it.
I'm happy too. It's interesting to see how the other dog businesses are adapting or doing things differently. But if you think about it, I mean, a dog's got to deal with, okay, maybe they haven't seen their vet in a while. How do the vets handle it? Scheduling. There's stress involved.
The dog walkers who haven't been walking as much because the people are home.
Exactly. But anything, I mean, and dogs are showing these things at home, like with whining, maybe panting, chewing. If you see a dog chewing on his feet, it's possible he has some allergies. It's possible he's really stressed, and that's the way he knows how to deal with it. But, if you're going to be working at home continually, be mindful of what your dog does on it every day. And if you see something that's out of order or doing something differently, note it and notice when he's doing it and what's happening around you that's maybe causing him to do it.
They've said with COVID-19 that families are eating dinner more together than ever.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, they've said that more time is being spent with parents and kids. I bet you it's the same case with dogs and cats. More time than ever spent with them. Walks, exercise. I noticed with my dogs, I'm going to put this in perspective. I've noticed with Max and Leo, my 2 German Shepherds, they are getting longer and more frequent walks than they ever have.
Right. What happens when you go to work? Right? You've been here. But if you had to clock back into a completely different work schedule and you've been working from home the whole time,
would you suggest
what
a CBD?
Happens? What I would suggest is something right now.
Okay.
If you think that maybe, phase 2 or whatever, June, July, now's the time to start thinking about how you need to spend just as much time as we were talking about before things had to close. We thought long and hard, how are we going to operate our store when this happens?
Right.
We had that plan pretty well in December. We knew what we were going to do, and that's why we were successful at staying open and staying profitable. But you need to spend time thinking already, like, when I go back, how am I going to adjust things? And this is the time to do it, not the day before, 3 or 4 weeks before it might happen. It's the time to do it.
What'd you make of phase 2 and the governor on Tuesday?
Interesting.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I really want to discuss all that, but yeah, interesting.
Understood.
See how it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to see how it works. And not to go down too much down the road, I think the onus, is that the right word? Mm-hmm. The hardship is unfortunately put even more on the small business owner.
It's on everybody. And it's just as much the responsibility, I guess, of the business owner and then the people that are going out to the businesses. But there's a lot of self-policing about. Not just self-policing's not the word I want.
No, that's not bad.
But I feel like, you remember in Andy Griffith when Barney Fife was going, citizens arrest?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I feel like.
There's a fine line between a citizen's arrest and tattletelling.
Yeah.
Right,
exactly.
Pattie Zeller. I know where.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I do know what you mean.
But
so I'm excited. I'm going to throw this to you. The weather's turning.
Oof. Is it ever?
It's getting springy summer. We're seeing every state reopening. I'm seeing more cars than ever. More cars than ever around Charlottesville. So if there's a car index where it comes to open parking spaces, those are going away.
The open spaces are going away.
Open spaces are going away.
It sure is nice to see the patios open, though, isn't it?
Patios are open.
Oh my gosh,
it's turning. We're turning the corner.
Right. I agree. I'm ready for that. But people have just got to what did we say the other week? Sensibly.
Oh no, that was your word. It was. Were you cautiously optimistic?
No, that wasn't it.
It wasn't a cautious.
Something about sensible, but just be sensible.
Yeah. Sensibly support?
Yeah, sensibly supportive. That's what it is.
Sensibly supportive.
Right. Yeah. That was our buzzword. I thought that was pretty good.
Support businesses sensibly is basically what that means.
But it's nice to see, and I just assume either be open or don't be open. But I don't like the wishy-washy in between, and I'm not saying wishy-washy in a bad sense. It's just
commit.
Either going to be open or don't.
And we both made the commitment with our brands and businesses from the first to stay open and do it responsibly and safely. Our pivot was, lack of a better phrase, all our interviews except for this one went digitally and via Skype. We like you. This is the only one. This and Keith Smith are the only ones.
You're over there.
We're over there. All right, so that was our pivot. You made some drastic pivots as well.
Yeah, true. We're making some... nice. We're making some changes, and like I said about getting the dogs sort of reacclimated to working, and we're making some tighter associations with some trainers and different suppliers and different services that we're going to be expanding and offering. So we're testing some things out. We tested some things out a couple weeks ago when we did our drive-through dog bar. And we did house-made treats. So, so working on things. I would like to have an in-house bakery coming down the road, on one side. we're looking at
So it would
things
be
like for
private
June.
labeled treats?
No,
Animal Connection label?
No, it'd be
branded?
a real bakery. We already know how to make birthday cakes. I mean, those are easy. We know how to cater birthday parties for people. We've made doggy ice cream for them, and then small birthday cookies and things like that. We would just like to do it on a more marketable scale, but we've done that thing privately. Catered birthday parties.
So these are
We've done
birthday
things.
parties for animals?
Right, for dogs. Yep.
Birthday parties for dogs.
We could even do one for a cat. Don't ask me how, but I'm sure I could figure it out.
So they buy the birthday cakes and the treats from you for the party for their
Party for the
friend.
dogs, right? We did one 2 weeks ago. Where
That is a good idea. Amazon cannot do that.
No, they can't.
That is a good idea.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids loved it. I mean, they were able to have like 5 or 6 dogs in their backyard.
That's called
and
experiential retail, which she is a
It is.
master of. That is a good idea. No one is doing that in Charlottesville.
No, well, I take it back. No one's doing it well.
No
When we
one's
do
doing it from like a
We're doing it
storefront,
well.
public service, like servicing or
Correct.
interfacing with the market standpoint.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
It's all like,
Yeah.
who do you know?
Right. But we've got some things planned for June, like
That is a good idea.
like ice cream parties, for dogs. I mean, we have worked on some really good recipes for ice cream, and we'll be bringing that out for people to try. And gosh, that, like I said, the birthday cakes, some other fun things. I mean, donut day. Did you hear about Spud Nuts?
Yeah, no, I heard that
The food truck?
I heard that they're, okay, you got to educate me here. What's up, Dave Warwick? We love you, homie. Dave Warwick's watching right now.
Hey, Dave.
I heard that someone is trying to reincarnate
Yes.
Spud Nuts in Charleston.
Yes, they
Do
say.
you have that scoop?
I just saw that on a post where
I saw that on a
where
post.
they had either they had the recipe or what they thought was pretty darn close to the recipe, but they
Yeah.
were opening a food truck, and boy, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But anyway, we will be doing, we can do donuts and things for dogs. I'm pricing out a little trailer for ourselves. I mean, we would love to be able to go to farmers market with some of our bakery things and some packaged treats and whatnot. So, anybody knows of a really cute little camper, like, one of those little siestas or a Bambi or something like that, let me know. We're kind of toying with that little idea.
Sean, I'm looking at the post now on Facebook.
Oh,
this
are you?
was the post, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
I Facebook searched Spud Nuts, and it came out
It did.
from Sean Doshier.
Oh, boy.
Spent 10 years at Bodo's as a baker.
Uh-huh.
He met his wife there. He's looking back, and he wants to start a specialty business.
Wouldn't that be
like
great?
a Bodo's or a Chandler's. And it's always been his dream to own his own business, and he wants to do a Spud Nuts type concept.
Bring
that
it
would
on.
be a good idea.
It'd be a great idea.
Yeah, right.
Great
Because
idea.
that's missed.
It'd be nice if it was a storefront, but a food truck's a good way to start.
Well, and I sent you, and it was too big. The food truck from Craigslist.
Yeah,
it was
that
too
was
big.
way too big.
But your idea of having like a mobile,
I would like a little ice cream truck.
that's a good idea.
Isn't that
Could
cute?
that do grooming?
No,
No,
we've
'cause
done
you
that.
did that.
No,
Is that brutal?
It is horribly brutal.
Really?
I mean, you're a little space, and there's really, boy, you've really got to hustle to make that thing pay
The
for itself.
mobile grooming.
I mean, we had it. It worked very well, but it's a lot. I'd rather have people in the store. People need to get other things while they're in the store, right?
Yeah.
So we like having that relationship in the store.
Okay.
So,
Good emphasis.
in
the
the
store.
store.
That's one word. In the store.
That's right.
In the store. In the store. Pattie Zeller. Go in
Call
the
it like I
store.
see it.
Go in the store.
Well, cross-marketing.
So it makes sense.
cross-marketing
Because if they're
opportunity.
already there, they can scoop something up that they need.
Well, that's true.
Well,
And-
if you're in the mobile truck, you don't have that.
And if you are a good groomer, of which our
You're
Carol
suggesting.
is, right? I mean, you might notice something with the skin and the coat that might.
This is
that can
dry, you
help.
need this.
That's exactly that. Or we can help you comb this out so you don't have to come to grooming so often. This is the tool that you need. That sort of thing. So we're mindful of that.
We came into the show uncertain about the show, 26 minutes into the show.
Oh, my gosh.
I haven't even asked you about what I should be asking you about, because you kind of told me not to, but I'm a mischievous
well,
person.
I
want to get to the rest of the notebook, too.
Okay, I want to talk about I just want to give some people some tips, because they're going to want to call us for this, because we're
Okay.
going to be available for, let's call it reentry canine consulting. I don't know what it is, but if people need help on how to get their pets ready so where they can go back to work, this person that I follow said preparation is easier than treatment. And
Oh,
it
yeah,
is, right?
totally, yeah.
So, now is the time to prepare because you may need 4 to 6 weeks to prepare your animal back for when you go back to work. And we want to do things like have you mimic your work routine at home. Like maybe you do your longer walks AM and PM, do a really quick walk at lunchtime, like you would be stopping at lunch to go get your dog. Right.
Yeah.
We want to talk about separation anxiety, and if your dog doesn't know how to use a crate or be comfortable by himself in a safe space, we can help you with some tips to get him acclimated. Alone time. Your kids hopefully take naps after lunch if you've got little ones.
Mine does.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd like a nap after lunch.
Yeah.
But being able to close your door while you're working, and so the dog knows, okay, this is his private time. I'm going to have my private time. And we can talk about things that are calming, like different bones and chews, or CBD, or the lick mats, or cool things you can do, like taking a water bowl, putting some fun things like some chews and treats and things floating into like a bottle of frozen bone broth that now you can take your dog outside and say, go ahead. It's like a big popsicle. You can play with this all afternoon. There are things like that we can help you do. And then, and training. Heather is really getting busy. And we
Heather
love
Travis.
Right. We love Heather Travis. Lead the way, canine training. Right. She comes to your
Touch
house.
something red.
Right. She comes to your house.
Great. Yeah.
So and
I think we'll see a lot of Heather Travis.
I think we will. Exactly. We can't just say yet. I think you'll see a lot of her. But not to be cheesy, but next month is Pet Anxiety Awareness Month. So let's nip it in the bud before it gets to be an escalating problem.
And let's not forget, this time of year is heavy shed season.
It's heavy shed season.
This is a busy time for Animal Connection.
Thunderstorm season.
Yeah.
Over the weekend with Memorial Day, there were fireworks. Go figure why fireworks for Memorial Day, but there's fireworks.
Yeah.
People are doing more outside parties. There's a lot of stress factors out there for animals that all of a sudden, here we go.
Especially coming out of a winter and then a quarantine.
And people are just going to go wild.
Right.
So we need to,
People are going to go wild.
Right.
Have you gone wild yet?
No, not
Since
real
the
wild.
reopening.
I need a dance party.
Since the reopening, have you done anything fun?
Yeah.
Since phase one? What'd you guys...
We've just gone to paddle and
Okay.
do some things and visit some friends. But
No watering hole yet?
No. But
Okay.
I saw Dirty Nelly's was open on Sunday.
Oh, they had their patio?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that patio is like 4 tables.
I know. But I'm sure I need a dance party. That's what we need. So, but we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, gosh. I love this show so much. I love this show.
You put up with a lot, Jerry Miller.
I enjoy you. I don't, but this is my favorite thing to do.
Oh, my goodness.
Just like you like people.
Yeah, we do like people.
I like being. I get energized by
I like
this.
dogs.
Can
I like beer.
Can I ask for another tease?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Next week, I think you can have a whole lot of teases.
We got a big thing coming down.
That's
Animal
right.
Connection. We'll leave it at that.
I will say this much. We have a plan that if it all shakes down, and it might shake down by this week, it's going to be like the biggest thing that happened to dogs, other than Dog Fest in Charlottesville. That's all I'm prepared to say. But it's super cool, and gosh, the plans. It's just we've just got 2 little minor details to shake down, and then we'll be able to say something.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm excited.
How about Pattie? What you have popping at Animal Connection over the next week? What's coming up?
You know what? I have no idea. I literally have not done my plan for June. We have some things like for Take Your Dog to Work Day, which is coming up. And last year we had so much fun with that.
That was a huge entry on social media.
Right.
A lot of entries.
We're going to do the same thing again because that was just so much fun. And
you had a big time prize.
We did.
Last time.
We had a contest in the workplace that submitted the most photos.
Oh, yeah.
And stories like, what did your dog do at work? We took lunch bags for all the dogs.
Treats
and chews and
Who won
a
that?
meal. Crutchfield.
Oh, that's right. It was Crutchfield.
Right. Yeah.
Crutchfield won.
They have so many dogs in a day, so
Right.
we took goodie bags for everybody. But there'll be something sort of along that line.
What business in this area is the most socially accepting 2 dogs in the workplace?
I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's socially accepting. I know Crutchfield has the most dogs.
They have the
probably.
most dogs in the
yeah.
workplace.
But gosh, was it?
How How many did Crutchfield have? Roundabout. Do you remember?
Over 20.
Wow. That's
And they
serious.
even have a dog run outside a play area at their own office. I mean, it's really
nice perk.
It really is. I think, was it CVille Weekly had a few dogs? The Scout Guide has dogs.
Yeah.
Was it Peacock Auto?
Yeah.
They used to have about 5 or 6 dogs. I don't remember who does now, but
Peacock Auto on the Anna Market Street, they moved.
yeah, they moved. But
Yeah.
they used to have some dogs. They entered one year, and then we've got Teresa Davis that has
Front runner signs.
right front runner signs.
Yeah.
They have their Cavalier, and Matt Jenks has his dogs with him all the time. I mean, he works off site, so we're gonna have to do things differently since people are still working at home. We're gonna have
how
to
are you gonna do
restruct this.
that?
I don't know. We're gonna do it this week.
Work, yeah.
Yeah.
They might send us like the best photo of you
It might
and
be
your dog.
what does your dog do at work? What does he do? How does he help make your work life easier? And do some testimonials. I mean, the photo contest we had last week, where it was a story, a video, or we even encourage kids drawings about your rescue dog. What inspired you to bring this rescue dog home, and how's it changed your life? We had some beautiful stories. I think there were over 25 stories on that one post. It was really nice. So something along that line. For Rescue
G.
Dog Day.
Milo says, my dogs love the pandemic because they get to be by me. Dave Warwick gave you the heart emoji. We love Dave Warwick on this program here. I think that contest is Mary Burkholtz, hello. Thank you for watching the program. Amanda Traplowski, hello. Chef Diana, hello. Lauren, hello. Diana says, we had 2 at Wine Warehouse, dogs of employees, that is.
Oh, nice. Great. Okay.
That's good. 20 at Crutchfield's ridiculous.
It's a lot.
That's impressive.
It's a lot. So I don't know how we'll restructure that, but that's what I'm going to be thinking about for the first week in June, which is coming right up. You believe it's June?
No, I mean, it's crazy.
Holy smokes.
This year, and it's cliche, it's faster than it's ever been. No, and it's just because, what's added to it is the last 90 days, we've all been in survival mode. And we probably haven't stopped and smelled the roses, which has made everything go faster.
I tell you, it was really nice over the weekend. I insisted we get out of town on Sunday. And we
went to the shore?
No, we didn't even go to the shore. We just drove like almost 2 hours if you drive to West Point, there is a public boat ramp, but if you're in the know, you go into this neighborhood that's right down the main street where all these beautiful old houses are, and right in the middle there is a flag post and a park and a memorial. I forget to the memorials too, but it's got a soft kayak launch. So when you go out there, you're basically in the York River, and you have the choice of going up the Pamunkey River or the Mattaponi River, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's really nice down there. It's a perfect place to paddle. So we were out there looking at, blue heron rookeries and muskrats and marshes, and watched some guys pull in some big rockfish on their little boats and get real excited about it, and just,
You're living the dream.
It was nice to be on the water. I mean, that was a good day.
You got a tip from one of the viewers watching the show.
I do.
Watching G. Milo, he says, guys, love the show. Speaking of patios, Timberwood Grill opens their patio at 4 p.m. for the first time.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Reservations only. I thought you
yeah.
guys would want to know. Thank you for
Absolutely.
that tip.
Is that down at...
It's not the Tap House, G. Milo. Only because I checked G. Milo. Only 29 North.
Is that... Okay, not on 5th Street.
Yeah.
29 North. Okay.
Yeah, and
We
they
will
own
pass that along.
building. Yeah, good tip.
Yeah.
Thank you for passing that along. I want to see a Facebook photo from you and Conrad at a weekend patio.
At a weekend patio?
At a patio this
We
weekend.
might see it tonight. We might stop by 3 Notched.
Okay, nice.
Hear that, Dave?
And Tuesday, friend of the program, friend of both of ours, Wilson Ritchie, opening up the Wilson, whiskey jar on the mall on Tuesday.
How about that with live music?
With a live music. The first restaurant
Go Wilson.
Since the pandemic to host live music.
Nice.
Yeah, which
Nice.
is a testament to him.
That's great.
Yeah.
We should have taken a picture. We did go out Friday night to Public.
Oh, you did?
And, you could order at
you
the
sat on the
window and
patio?
sat on the patio.
You did that?
Boy, Main Street on a Friday night is a real interesting show. It's really fun.
I've also noticed that as well. You put
Yeah.
it much more politically correct than I have. But
It's
since
a show.
with less customers downtown and on West Main,
Mm-hmm.
a different demographic is around.
It's interesting. It's just fun. It's just
Yeah.
it's just urban life.
Did you notice how you influenced on the soft shell crab sandwich? You influence people on social. Was it
I?
Jackie Myers who got it?
Oh, yeah?
Based on what you were saying?
It was so good.
Yeah, Daniel Kaufman's?
It was so good. And not because we haven't had one in a while,
and you
or
guys
it's
have-
the first one of the season.
First one of the season. And you have high taste.
But I mean, I have spent a lot of time on the
Right.
Chesapeake, and it's one of the best ones I've ever had.
How much was it?
I don't even know. I don't even care.
Okay, it was
I
worth
mean,
it,
it was
every
worth
dollar.
it. I mean, it was just perfectly done. It was just great.
I love the soft shell crab. She's a big fan of
Yep.
that sandwich, guys.
Absolutely.
Good show. How do we fill 36 minutes?
Phew. Because we have.
We
like
experience
gab.
practice. Yeah, we like the gab. How about a word for Charlottesville before we close?
Get outside. Look, go do something. Be brave. Go
Get
do something.
outside.
Get out there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Put one foot in
No
the other.
fear.
Put one foot in front of the other.
No fear.
Go outside.
Right.
I like it.
Just be.
That's good.
Just be.
I'm going to echo that. She is Pattie Zeller. This
Oh
is
my
What's
gosh.
Barking Local, powered by Animal Connection in the McIntyre Plaza. For nearly 20 years, she's proudly served Charlottesville and Central Virginia. Support the businesses that support the community, and hers does. Animal Connection.
Woo. Thank you.
Wednesdays at 3 o'clock on the I Love CVille Network. We'll see you in a week, guys. Take care.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yay.
Bark local.
Bark local.
Bark local.
Cheers, local.
Easy, easy. Good job. Good job.
No. When I do my post, let me see how today's meeting goes. If I can wrap it up this week.